And I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me.
We're going to go into our number 5, coming in with 25 points and talking about giving stuff to the rightful owner. This is voted on by Max and myself. How the other two of you didn't put this on is beyond me, and I think we need to start questioning why we do it, because we have talked about this before. This is a Best Picture winner. This was so controversial that after this movie did not even get nominated, they had to change the Best Picture.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
This
Yeah,
is
I know.
Slumdog Millionaire winning over The Dark Knight.
Well, I didn't put it. The reason I didn't put it is because I've not seen Slumdog Millionaire, so I can't judge it if it should have won Best Oscar or not.
I simply did just because I was just basing off what was nominated. And now Dark Knight was in our nomination.
Dark Knight should have been nominated and should have won. They should have done both. They just didn't want to have a Batman movie win the Oscar.
Like, it was clearly the best movie.
It's art.
It was highly rated. Everybody loved it. Like, come on. What else did this dude need to do?
In 2008, nobody was shut up about Dark Knight. No one talked about Slumdog.
Nobody.
Dark Knight is the third highest rated movie on IMDb. Third highest.
Damn.
Good lord.
Well, it's just not just that. It's just take the comic book and stuff out. It's just a good movie.
That is a great. I mean, it was an amazing movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
great.
Yes.
So I just think, like Philip said, they have a hate boner for comic book movies. And then, but then now that they had 10, they nominate them fairly often. I mean, Black Panther was one that got nominated.
I'll be that guy.
Black Panther. No,
Black
it did
Panther
not. It did not. I agree.
Nominated.
No, I'm right there.
It did not deserve to be
It
nominated.
was great. I don't think it deserved to.
No.
I'll say, we have mentioned this multiple times, but it's true. You know, it's a bad Academy Award winner when no one talks about it. Again, who talks about Slumdog Millionaire? Besides the fact that it was nominated and Dark Knight wasn't.
It wasn't even just that Academy. It was like all the movies. People were like, "Wait, how the heck did Dark Knight got not nominated over any of these movies?"
The script so bad
that was fighting.
They had changed the amount.
Who's seen some of these movies?
Let me look at these movies nominated.
So the other movies that were nominated that year were Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Frost Nixon.
Not seen.
Then you have Milk, and then The Reader.
The Reader's good.
I always listed Milk that one.
Milk is mid.
Like I said, when 1994 is considered controversial, Forrest Gump beat Shawshank and not Shawshank. Yeah, I think it was Shawshank and Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
It'll be both of those movies. But at least people still talk about Forrest Gump, and it's still a good movie.
Yeah, this was definitely when it made the Oscars have to reshape how they were doing things. The backlash it got from this, and I think this was one of the lowest rated Oscars, like people watching it.
They knew it was already rigged.
They try to say it wasn't because of the Dark Knight, but we all know it's because of the Dark Knight.
Mighty convenient, the timing.
Yeah, my convenient. Oh, nothing to do with the next year. But then next year you have 10 nominees. You open it up and make this rule. Oh, we'll have 10 nominees this year, guys.
It was just the Academy putting their nose up at it, That's all.
I'm glad they did the right thing and gave Heath Ledger the Oscar. If he did not win for Best Supporting Actor, it would have been a riot.
Oh, yeah, that would have been really you saying, yeah, we don't care. All right, we're going to get into number 4. Myself and Max, we're going to take a break. Coming in with 27 points. This is actually an older movie, and we're going to have to let somebody go on this one, and we probably all could take a break for 10 minutes and give this person his time and his moment. It is 1969 Best Actor, John frickin' Wayne, the legend, winning for True Grit.
I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
2 people said over anybody else, but D3 also said, actually gave me somebody over John Voight, Midnight Cowboy. So let's
John Voight or Hoffman. I think both were nominated. John Wayne is not only a horrendous actor, he is a horrendous person on top of that. Most, if not all of his movies are the same. He has the same wooden delivery for every movie. The True Grit movie that he was in is not a good movie, like at all. The remake blew it out the water. Definitely the performance of Rooster Cogburn. His delivery for Rooster is horrible, and it shouldn't even been nominated. It was a legacy award, obviously, because he was like considered an American icon. So this is kind of like awarding someone like Steven Seagal or Jean-Claude Van Damme an Oscar. That's how bad of an actor John Wayne is. And I'm sorry if y'all liked him. Y'all probably grew up with him. He's truly bad. Clint Eastwood is by far a better Western actor than John Wayne. But if you ever watch The True Grit, he delivers his lines so slow, and it's really just irritating. Robert Duvall was in the movie too, and apparently they got into arguments during the movie because the rumor was that John Wayne didn't like his style of acting, good acting. He probably was just blowing him out the water acting, so he got jealous.
It could be.
I think you have more vitriol for this man.
There's only so many ways you can say the guy's acting sucks. I do liken him to the Young Bucks. They're massively popular, and I have no reason why. Because every performance of theirs is the exact same. It's the perfect equivalent to the Young Bucks. It was just a legacy award because he was in so many other shitty westerns.
Yeah, I agree. It had to be a legacy award. Because I played you a clip from 10 John Wayne movies, just one clip. And I asked you, exactly. If I asked you what movie is that, you're like,
I guarantee someone's already done this. They probably have. There's probably a YouTube video of several scenes of John Wayne, and it's just the same acting every movie.
Well, see, if I played 10 clips, you're probably like, Max, was this a different movie? I could have sworn you played the same thing over and over again.
And it just got worse.
Jeff Bridges mopped the floor with him as far as Rooster.
It's not even close.
He was so good, Jeff Bridges.
Well, Max, I'd argue one's an actor and one's not.
Yeah.
I think John Wayne said he was more of a reactive actor. He acted better when he was reacting to something.
Well, it's funny because this is the movie that he won. He didn't even like this movie, actually. And it wasn't just Duvall. He hated the little girl, him and the little girl. He hated that he had to, granted, I heard she was a horrible actress as well, but he hated her. He
probably hated everybody because he was a miserable person.
Asshole.
Gary Cooper started in High Noon, which is a great film about a town turning their back on the sheriff. John Wayne was offended by that because he's like, they would never have done that in the Old West. So he got all huff and a puff. So he dragged it, I believe, he was in the Rio Grande, I think it was, whatever it was called, just to spite that movie to say this is how it really would have happened.
John Wayne was a snowflake. That's no surprise. No. And he didn't like Clint Eastwood because he could tell Clint Eastwood was just outperforming him.
We're going to go into our next movie.
Before we lose a demographic of our audience.
We're going to go into our next movie. Came in with 33 points. You guys are going to be really upset with me. I'm the only person who didn't vote for this movie.
Wow.
Came in number 3. This is actually one that many people agree with, and it's probably one of the most controversial winners, if not the most. It is Crash, winning it.
How'd you not put Crash on the list?
You didn't vote for this?
Winning versus Best Picture, and basically everybody said over any other movie.
Crash.
Oh yeah, I mean, you gave Munich in another movie.
Crash is literal dog shit, dude. Literal dog shit. The movie sucks.
I was we were 12 or 13 when the movie came out, and I could tell at that time I said this movie was garbage, and it was just Oscar bait because it was just racial tensions and all that. But even then, it's not a good movie. This is like one of the worst examples of how to do this particular type of movie. It was terrible then, it's terrible now, and I agree with them. Any other movie I would have done. I'd never seen it, but I could tell Brokeback Mountain was better. Capote, Good Night, Good Luck, and then
Capote's good. Capote's good.
The Academy was just trying to look good for people.
Yeah, messaging. I think that's the reason.
Yeah. What is the Rotten Tomato score for this movie? Not that that's the end-all be-all.
74%.
What about audience?
Yeah, 88% for audience. That's
for Crash.
Yeah.
Yep.
No way, dude. This movie is terrible. Like
Max, just to let you know, Morbius has a 71% audience, so the Rotten Tomatoes audience isn't so great.
Well, because I feel sometimes with the audience, it's also people. Sometimes it's like people who watch it were the ones who wanted to see it and liked it, like Morbius. The people who really watch it were most of the people who probably reviewed it were the ones who actually wanted to see it.
Of the other movies you listed, Good Night, Good Luck had the highest Rotten Tomato critic score.
All right, I'm going to admit something that might get people angry. I think it's as bad as everybody makes it out to be.
It fucking sucks. I was bored as hell watching it.
People crap.
Wait, so Phil, you're saying this is a good movie, but not like Jurassic Park or Shrek?
I think it's all right. And here's the thing:
I'm
did my
judging your.
research. I just couldn't think of any other movie that came out in 2005 that I saw. I probably could have done my research, but I like none of the movies. I never felt like strongly. That's why I didn't put it there, because I'm like, I thought it was okay. Did it deserve to win? No, probably not. I will probably say that. Was it definitely a lot of because of the theme of the story? Because of the theme of the story, won it? Yes, I think so. I will agree.
Bro,
I
you know,
think
the Oscar,
the topic.
the Academy loves this stuff. They gave it Green Book, Driving Miss Daisy. Anytime you're going through the mess, you're gonna get
Driving Miss Daisy almost made my list. I think that movie's horrible.
So I don't know. That's why I was on mine.
Hunter is not happy with your takes today. Scorsese, number one film, and then Crash is all right. I gotta agree with Hunter.
I mean, I knew the Crash one was gonna get you. I think people crap on it too much. I think it's okay.
Nah, it deserves the crapping.
It's because it's bad. That's why people crap on it. It's because it's bad.
The title describes the movie pretty good. It's just Crash. It's just terrible.
I mean, there was stuff with the characters.
The movie is it's just emotion bait. It's just emotion bait, and I hate it.
It had zero subtlety in that movie whatsoever.
Oh, I mean, yes. I mean, from the very second you start that movie, it's talking about police bias.
Yeah, it's just pandering. I hate pandering. I hate it. But maybe somebody out there loves it.
Yeah.
The subtlety of a baboon.
Very, very.
Oh yeah, no. All right. We're going to number 2. It edged it out by 1 point. This was voted on by every single person here.
I think these next 2 are going to be voted on by everybody.
Yeah, the last 2 were voted on. This one came out, and I think to the chagrin of a lot of people, because when this won Best Picture, I was surprised. This one, I thought another movie was going to win that I wasn't going to agree with, but this movie was not really much better than the other movie. It is The Hurt Locker winning Best Picture over Inglourious Basterds, as well as District 9.
Well, see, and I like Hurt Locker. I think it's a good movie.
It's good.
But those 2 movies, I mean, District 9 and Inglourious Basterds are, I think, iconic, honestly.
I think Inglourious Basterds is
fucking good, dude.
I think Inglourious Basterds is Tarantino's best work.
Yeah, I think that's by far Tarantino's best
I would
work.
agree. I don't know about by far, but
I think I had one of the best opening scenes ever for a movie.
No, I agree. That opening scene was so tense.
Do you think it's just because they don't want a Tarantino film to win because they don't consider him to be?
I do think that plays a part.
I think they clearly. The thing for me was I was surprised because I thought Avatar was going to win this year. I thought it was because of commercially and the visual effects and the story. I really thought Avatar was winning Best Picture. And if it had, it also would have been on my list because I
would have been number 1.
That would be number 2 behind John Wayne.
Yeah, that would have been no way you're telling me that movie was the Best Picture. I think, what was egregious was Inglourious Basterds, which in my opinion was the best movie that year. But if they gave it to District 9, I would not have been upset.
I would have been happy with it.
I would have been upset.
I can see it. Yeah, I thought it was great.
I disagree, but only slightly.
District 9 is so good.
It's amazing how Neil Blanco movies have gotten worse and worse since District 9.
He can't direct to save his life anymore.
And both of these, because it's like Inglourious Basterds. What more are you asking for a movie? Great characters, yes. Memorable characters. One guy won the Academy Award as well. Story, amazing. It was such a good movie. Most of it you have to read in subtitles. A couple people here hate reading, but we love the movie. I didn't even notice how much subtitles.
I don't mind moving in subtitles. I don't mind movies in subtitles.
When Christoph Waltz as Hans, Lana was speaking an Italian language that this dude not know. When he started speaking out loud, so I was like, this dude can speak every language.
Every fucking
In
one,
just
dude.
the opening scene, you knew everything you needed to know about that character.
I don't know if there's a more perfect casting, to be honest with you. It's up there.
It is definitely up there.
That, to me, it's a top 5 performance of the 21st century. That, Heath Ledger, and Javier Bardem, those 3 have the top 5 performances of the century so far.
It's good.
Max.
But yeah, like what I was saying, they had one of the best acting performances of all time. But he wasn't the only good part. This movie, actually, even though it was a small part, this actually made Eli Roth look good. That alone, directorial masterpiece.
Brad Pitt in that movie is awesome, dude. He's awesome.
Max wanted to up and up with Eli Roth. He had that good movie.
That's good, dude.
Yes. But he has never been a good actor.
No. Going Yad. But no, it's good enough.
Going yeah.
He was good.
And then this movie, they shot Hitler with hundreds of bullets and then blew him up. And then blew him up. Who doesn't want to see
That's
that?
great. That's great. Should have an Oscar for that one.
And we haven't even talked about Daniel Bruhl, I think is what his name is,
Yeah,
right?
he was
Yeah,
good.
he was good in the movie. Dude, that scene when they're in the bar.
The bar
oh my
scene
God,
with
that's so good.
Fassbender?
That's
Yes.
So
Oh.
good, dude.
Cinema.
So good, dude.
Yeah,
Cinema.
that's.
I also loved Lieutenant Aldo Rain.
Yep.
I don't want
I
mine.
mean,
Gorlami.
Now it did for Hurt Locker, like Hunter said, it's not a bad movie. And in fact, it's probably one of the better
No,
movies.
it's
we're
really
talking about
good. It's
today.
a really good
Yeah, I
movie.
liked it, dude. I
It's
really liked
just compared to Inglourious Bastards. Like
No,
Inglourious
it's
Bastards,
like,
that's a
you
10
know,
out of 10. Inglourious Bastards.
Well, it's like, I mean, it's about Max. It's like you got Jordan LeBron, and then there's someone's trying to throw in Kobe in the debate. It's like Kobe doesn't belong in this debate. It's
Yeah,
like, you know,
Bobby.
it's-
You're not even at the table.
Hurt Locker is a B+ movie, and then Inglourious Bastards is A+.
And Glorious Bastards to me is a top 10 movie of all time that I've seen.
It's a 10 out of 10, and then like Hurt Locker is like like an 8.
But we just felt Inglourious Bastards was that quality of a movie that it should be.
Yeah.
To me, this is the third best movie of the category, which means at least it's not as bad as Avatar.
if you guys haven't watched District 9, please watch it because again,
yeah, I really enjoy that movie. I really enjoy that movie.
if that movie had won, we probably would have been fine. I wouldn't even put it on my list. I would be like, I think Glorious is better, but you know what? I'll give it. Let's go into it in honorable mentions.
I mean, Forrest Gump over Schindler's List and Pulp Fiction is insane.
I think you got the wrong year for Schindler's List, or at least if Schindler's List was 1993, and Schindler's List did win.
I thought it did win. I thought it did win.
You have Four Weddings and a
Okay.
Funeral, Pulp Fiction, Quiz Show, and Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant. I meant Shawshank. That's what I meant, Shawshank.
See, I think Forrest Gump is still not a bad. I think it's actually still a pretty good.
No,
movie.
it's a good movie, but like over Shawshank,
I've
Come
seen it not
on.
too long ago. It holds up pretty well, but yeah, like you said, Shawshank. Shawshank. Most people consider that. It's usually what's that in the IMDb? What's that in the IMDb top? That's the top.
Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
Holy crap!
Forrest Gump is number 11.
No, that's a bit.
too high.
That's a bit much.
Hey, let me tell you, this is how good this year is according to IMDb. Shawshank number 1, Pulp Fiction number 8, Forrest Gump number 11.
Banger.
Really not
That's
that
a good
good.
Banger.
Banger.
We're going to go into another honorable mention. It was voted on by myself and D3. This one was actually, especially at the time, was highly argued. We're going to switch it up to something we haven't talked about. We are going to talk about the Best Actress Award, and this is Jennifer Lawrence winning for Silver Linings Playbook over Jessica Chastain in Zero Dark 30.
I didn't like Silver Linings Playbook. I didn't think it was anything to write home about. Zero Dark 30, I thought she gave a very commanding performance, Jessica Chastain.
Now, should Jennifer Lawrence have an Oscar? Yeah, but I think it should have been for, I think it was Blue Jasmine or Blue Valentine. Because I felt like Jessica Chastain's performance in Zero Dark 30, it was magnificent. This was also kind of at Jessica Chastain's peak. Now that she's past it, but I still think she just got nominated, I think it was the year before. And I kind of felt this was a kind of a popularity award for Jennifer Lawrence, because everybody loved Jennifer Lawrence at this point. And I remember this one was quite controversial because I felt a lot of people really agreed that Jennifer Lawrence should not have won.
Well, I think the Academy was just trying to make another star. They saw her she was very popular, and she wasn't bad, but like you said, it wasn't Oscar worthy. So they're like, all right, we're going to try to make a big name. Because if you think some of this stuff doesn't play into it, I think it'd be kind of naive.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go into another one that two people voted for. It was Vitamin J and Max. And this one was this is the most recent one because of the shock of how the setup. And I'll let them finish.
Are we talking about
You
Hopkins?
guys go. Yes, it was,
Bro,
Anthony Hopkins winning
okay.
Best Actor over Chadwick Boseman.
You have the tragic death of he wasn't even that old. What, late 40s maybe?
40, early 40s.
Early 40s. Okay.
Early 40s.
So, anyway, so tragic death, and he was a very well liked actor. You would think for the Oscars, since he was nominated, if you have the Best Actor award dead last, most people would assume you'd making it dead last so you can honor Chadwick Boseman. No, everybody was wrong, and they gave it to Anthony Hopkins, who wasn't even there.
Yeah, well, I think even the whole way,
He
Chadwick.
didn't think he was gonna win.
Yeah, I even think Chadwick was like the heavy favorite going in. Everyone was, expecting it. Like you said, they set it up. They pretty much set up the whole show for him to be win, and he didn't win. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just because the whole night was about Chadwick.
Over the numerous mistakes by the Academy throughout the year.
Yeah, I just think that was a huge misfire.
Let me go into this before we go into number one real quickly. I had one on here that we didn't talk about. It's Shape of Water. I put Dunkirk should have won, but no, whatever. But I think the Academy wants to be high and mighty about these certain movies that they deem not Oscar worthy, but yet they will let a woman fuck a fish and then nominate and have it win the best movie. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. I mean,
and we all knew she was going to have sex with a fish during the trailer.
What was a very sexy fish?
Well,
this bitch did have abs, I think, Max.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go on to the number one. Obviously, the one that you haven't heard us talk about that many people agree. It's pretty much been verified. Came in with 44 points. Like I said, voted on by everybody. It is the Best Picture winner, Dances with Wolves, winning over Goodfellas.
Come on, I mean, what more needs to be said?
Yeah, well, you have one that is such a basic plot with Dances with Wolves. I mean, how many times has that been done? Even by this point.
This is like the biggest example of the white savior trope.
Yep.
Yeah, this is.
And it ain't better than Goodfellas. I'm sorry, Goodfellas is a classic, dude.
And again, Kevin Costner's acting. You're gonna compare that to Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro. I mean, if you compare these two movies and the acting alone, Dancing with Wolves is like a C movie compared to this A+ film.
Did Pesci get nominated?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he won.
Dude, Robert De Niro in that movie is kind of scary, especially like when he tries to convince his wife to come meet him like in some alley. Like she figures out he's gonna kill her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Joe Pesci won. Joe
Pesci did win. All right, good.
Joe Pesci should have won. He was phenomenal. Everybody in this movie was good. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. Even though all the wives in the movie were good. I mean, I really have a hard time finding anyone that didn't do a good job in this.
Can you quote me one line from Dances with Wolves? Can you quote me one line?
Not a single line. Okay. So I saw Dances with Wolves and thought Pocahontas did it better.
Okay. It doesn't help that I'm not the biggest fan of Costner to begin with.
Yeah, me neither.
So
I agree. Kevin Costner is one of the most boring actors I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think he's kind of in my overrated list of I don't get the big deal. What movie or performance just makes him so iconic? Because
look at this. If Kevin Costner's the lead in a movie or TV show, what do you think to yourself? You're like, I'm probably not gonna watch that.
Yeah, honestly.
There's a reason why in The Untouchables everybody thinks of Sean Connery instead.
Oh, and by the way, Jacob, Kevin Costner won Best Director for that movie.
Yeah, I know he did. Yeah.
Over Scorsese. Yeah. So he's got more best directors than freaking Hitchcock and Kubrick. Thank you.
And Nolan.
Dude, I can't believe Babe was nominated for Best Picture that year. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? Babe is fine, but Best Picture? Wow.
When I was doing research, I saw that. I was like, huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, Babe. Yeah, Babe.
I did check to make sure it was the one I was thinking of.
All right. So there's our list. Did you agree with it? Did you not? Let us know your comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Also, tell us what your favorite Martin Scorsese movie is, because we might do a podcast.
Damn sure won't be Gangs of New York.
Before we get into the argument, we're going to go ahead. Again, my name's Lexi.
And I'm Max.
I'm Bobby.
I'm Jay.
And Hunter.
And may the discussions begin. See ya.